Hey guys, welcome to another day, another class from Mr. R. And it's actually my re-recording because yesterday I had done the recording and my camera kept focusing in and out, and I was just like... So, with that being said, this is the redo on what we're going to be learning today. So, today we're learning about the unit circle. And don't worry about my hoodies because my hair's all messed up and I ain't trying to really pull down my hood. Don't worry about it. So anyway, today's lesson is about the unit circle, all right? And now each different part of the unit circle I'm going to explain. There's about 3 different parts, right? And I'll send you a picture later on the full chart of the unit circle. But I'm going to explain in detail what each different part is, all right? That's what we're going to be learning today, and then going into tomorrow, we're going to actually put those into use in terms of finding angles with those and a bunch of different stuff, all right? So, first of all, here we go with the unit circle. Now, the unit circle, what we understand, remember how I told you guys that, and I drew it up here already, just the first part, and then I'll draw the second part and third part later, but remember how I told you that 2 pi equals 360, like a full rotation in one circle, it gives you 360 degrees? Okay, that's here, right? And I told you if you divide that by 2, you get pi. So the 2's cancel, 360 divided by 2 is 180. So pi equals 180. I want you to keep that in your mind because that's very important when it comes to learning the unit circle. And a lot of you guys, when you guys were doing your homework the other day, you were multiplying the number by pi and then dividing by the other number and you're getting some random decimal. And it doesn't work like that when it comes to the unit circle because pi equals 180, okay? So I'm gonna show you how we do this, right? So this is the first part of the unit circle. Now, remember how I told you when you draw your chart out, you got 0, 90, 180, 270, 360, right? So but the first part of the unit circle we're gonna focus on is this term called pi over 4. All right, now you draw it in the middle between 0 and 90. Now what's between 0 and 90? What's half of 90? 45 degrees, right? Now if you pay attention, pi equals 180. So if I take pi divided by 4, 180 divided by 4, it equals 45 degrees. All right, it's very important. Now this is called pi over 4. Now 2 pi over 4 is right here. Now 2 times pi, all right, is 360. All right, 360 divided by 4 is 90, okay? That's the difference here, all right? So you can take pi divided by 4 is 45 degrees, 45 degrees times 2, because this is 2 pi over 4, and I'll draw it here for you, but most of the time they don't really put it on there, but I'm gonna put it for you here. 2 pi over 4, okay? This equals 90 degrees, okay? And I got a brand new marker, guys. It's actually way better, all right? So this equals 90 degrees, all right? Now, if I shift over to 3 pi over 4, all right, what you're gonna get here is 135 degrees, okay? So you're going 45, 45, 45, okay? Now, this 3 pi over 4, meaning pi over 4 is 45 degrees. 45 times 3, you're gonna get 135, all right? The next one we're gonna work on is the next one here. I mean, this is considered 4 pi over 4, but the 4 is gonna cancel, right? So then pi equals 180. So we get 180 degrees here. The next one here is 5 pi over 4. Pi divided by 4 is 45. Multiply 45 times 5, you get 225 degrees. All right? Now this one here, okay, this one is 6 pi over 4, okay? Okay, which equals 270 degrees, okay? Pi divided by 4 is 45. 45 times 6, you get 270. All right? The next one is 7 pi over 4. All right, 7 pi over 4 equals 315 degrees, okay? Pi divided by 4 is 45. 45 times 7, you get 315. And this is 8 pi divided by 4, but it's automatically, it's gonna reduce down to 2 pi, which equals 360, all right? So that's the first part of the unit circle, and then we'll go ahead into the second part. All right, guys, so the second part of the unit circle we're gonna focus on today is actually right here, all right? So these numbers are gonna be a little bit different, all right? So you're looking at pi over 6, which gives you 30 degrees, because if pi equals 180, you divide that by 6, you get 30 degrees, all right? The next one after that one, you're gonna get 5 pi over 6. Pi over 6 equals 30. 30 times 5 is 150 degrees, all right? The next one here is 7 pi over 6. Pi over 6 equals 30. Take 30, you multiply it by 7, you get 210. And then the next one, the final one here is 11 pi over 6. Pi over 6 equals 30. 30 times 11 gives you 330 degrees. So this is, now I have one more part of the unit circle we're gonna focus on in a second. Let me just erase this. All right, everybody. So for the last part of the unit circle, this is what we're gonna be going over right now. All right? So right here, you're gonna get, this angle here is 60 degrees and it's represented as pi over 3. Because if pi equals 180 you divide that by 3, you get 60 degrees, all right? Now, the next one we're gonna learn about here is 2 pi over 3, where pi over 3 equals 60, and you multiply that by 2, you get 120, all right? The next one here, you're gonna get 4 pi over 3, pi over 3 equals 60, 60 times 4, you're gonna get 240 degrees, all right? And then 5 pi over 3, where pi over 3 equals 60 degrees, right? And then you take 60 and you multiply that by 5, you get 300. All right? Now, these are the main points. Like, I'm gonna explain the 4 cardinal points that you've seen throughout the whole thing. This one, you get 2 different numbers. You'll get 0 here because you start from here. And then when you end here, you get 360, which is 2 pi, all right? Now, the next one here, you're gonna get pi over 2. That's 90 degrees. 180 divided by 2 is 90 degrees, all right? The next one here, it doesn't matter what you get, whether it's 3 pi over 3, 6 pi over 6, 4 pi over 4, it's always gonna equal 180 because these numbers will cancel always. And pi equals 180, as you know, a straight line equals 180 degrees, right? So that's why this is always gonna stay 180. And this one here is actually called 3 pi over 2. Pi divided by 2 is 90, right? But if you multiply that by 3, you get 270 degrees, all right? So this is the entire unit circle. I want you guys to study it and get yourself familiar with it because we're gonna start putting everything together. Talking about reference angles, the radians and degrees, we're gonna mash them together and then you're gonna find, I'm gonna give you something like this or something similar in a radian form on a graph where you have to turn it into a degree, find what quadrant is in, do your math for it, and then once you get that reference angle, turn it back into a radians, all right? So that's gonna be focused on for the next few days, so kind of get you guys accustomed because it is a little bit of work and I'm sure a lot of you guys may have questions on it. And then from there, we're gonna go into sine, cosine, tangent, understanding right triangles and things of that nature when it comes to trigonometry. But please, please, please get yourself familiar with the unit circle. If you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. Message me on Remind or message me through the Teams app. You guys have full accessibility to me. Please use it wisely, all right? And then frequently. I don't care if you guys bother me as much. I don't care. I'm here all day, all right? So familiarize yourself with the unit circle. I will post a picture up of the unit circle on Teams in your files section of the trigonometry channel so you guys can check that out, all right? Now, it's very, very simple, but I will put up some homework, all right, based on this, to help you guys understand it and kind of memorize the unit circle, all right? With that being said, you guys have an amazing day, all right? Happy Thursday, happy Wednesday and Thursday, because I was supposed to upload this yesterday, but something happened. Obviously, you know about that. And then I was like, bruh. And then I was like, bruh. And like, yo, to be honest with you, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. Story time. I was recording some videos at night last night, and then all of a sudden, when I was looking at the footage, I saw like some wavy figure like go like this. Like in the camera, and I was like, hell no, let's get the hell out of here. We done recording for today. I was like, so I want to take that chance. So I was like, you know what, let me stop recording, and like, let me just go to bed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll take my happy self to bed, come back in the morning, because I know I ain't got no ghosts around here to come mess with me, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no ghosts around. They don't want none of this, you know what I'm saying, right now during the daytime. You don't know who you messing with, man. You don't know who you messing with, do you? Huh? I'll bite your damn nose off, right? Bite me? Yeah. Come on. But at nighttime, best believe I'll catch my bed again. I'm scared.
What's good? Yo, dog, understand me, say? Understand me, attack.